sponsors of various shows that he decided were too right-wing.
I want to congratulate both Rich Lux and Keemstar for falling into the alt-right pipeline and supplying motherfuckers like Gavin McInnes and Tim Stool with the narratives that they want so they can continue to work against progressive causes, which is, at the end of the day, exactly what Rich Lux and Keemstar wanted, right? But should we really be that surprised?
Oh boy, Def Noodles, you sure messed up on this one. I'm sure you folks are aware of Ethan's recent mishap with the LGBT community, all in the effort to make fun of James Charles, because whenever that dude is the topic, Ethan can't help but see red, all because that dude apparently quote-unquote stole his clothing idea. This is how petty Ethan has become. Of course, several creators clown on Ethan for such behavior, including figures like Petty Page and Rich Lux from the T community. Now, agree or disagree with their content, they had opinions on this, particularly Rich Lux, considering the man's gay. And so, Keemstar, because, always loves to see Ethan get clowned on, retweeted one of Rich Lux's clips that was on Twitter.
Fucking wrong that is. Like, do you know, I would immediately get canceled. My YouTube channel would be terminated.
Everybody would think
And
you're like the
rightfully
biggest
so.
creep on the fucking internet.
And
Yeah.
rightfully so. Like, you cannot do this, all right? But Ethan Klein said this on YouTube.com about another YouTuber's, sex, disgustingly talking about his anus and leaking. And, do you understand how wrong this is on multiple levels? Not just the homophobic level, but you can't talk about another creator in this way.
Def Noodles saw this and went, you know what? This must mean Rich Lux is alt-right because Tim Pool and Keemstar are talking about this. I know, I wish I was such an intellect like Def Noodles. Needless to say, Rich was not very happy, and he made a response video.
What are you talking about? So I looked into it myself, right? And I'm trying so hard not to get offended, and I'm trying so hard not to be, you know how I get. I get emotional, I cry. I'm told myself I'm not gonna do that in this video. What I don't understand is what are you talking about? So apparently I made a video a couple days ago calling out, pointing out, because I still am a fan of Ethan Klein. And I was basically saying that I don't think it was right for him to, poke fun at a gay caller who called him, who's part of the LGBTQIA community, right? And so that's basically what I said in the video. And that I still support Ethan Klein, and I still feel like he's a funny guy, and I like his content when I can catch up with these 3-hour vlogs or whatever that he's doing, right?
We'll say it was gross and disappointing. Saying you can guess if Matt is a power bottom by his voice is so gross. But I was right. That was the point. Apologies to whatever his name was. Apparently I was homophobic to him. But whatever. What can you do?
Just so over these people. Shut the up. Shut up!
I just felt like that instance was just out of bounds, and I just felt like I called it out. I felt like Ethan Klein, in a way, in my opinion, being a gay man myself, was actually making fun of a person of the LGBTQIA community. So did many of you guys. Over 100,000 you guys who watched my videos were liking and commenting and agreeing with what I was saying, so much so that Ethan Klein himself put out an apology about it. Okay? Well, it seems like because certain YouTubers, as myself, had called it out, that we were somehow giving the alt pipeline ammunition to come at Ethan Klein, and how somehow I'm part of that community now.
Now, let's get into my thoughts on this. Holy fucking Christ, Def Noodles. Really? Dude, I get Ethan's your daddy and is the reason why you have any relevancy whatsoever, but come on, man. You have to, if you're gonna suck him off, you gotta be at least a bit more subtle about it, for fuck's sake, dude.
All you gotta do is befriend a YouTuber that has a much larger audience than you. Make them fan art, edit their videos, pester them on Twitter, whatever it takes. Think of their channel as a big juicy cock, and you, my friend, are a hungry hungry hippo. Because if you suck somebody good enough for long enough, they'll start liking you. And all going well, they'll want people to suck you off also as thanks, resulting in shoutouts and invaluable exposure on a much larger scale than what you could have achieved on your own. But don't stop swallowing that baby batter just yet. You still got work to do, and you gotta keep them sweet.
I mean, I heavily disagree with Rich Lux on many of his videos, particularly the ones involving Eugenia Cooney, but my god, to say this dude is alt-right because he dared to question Ethan on LGBT issues being a gay man? Like, call me crazy, but I think a gay man would have a bit more insight on LGBT issues than a straight dude. I'm just saying, you know, again, call me crazy. Def Noodles is repeatedly showing why he should never be trusted ever again. The only creator I've ever seen purely defend him at this point now is Ethan, because he's basically a yes man. Why Def Noodles isn't on H3H3's team yet? I don't know why. I mean, I'm sure he's reeling up for that position. Maybe he needs to kiss his ass a few more times. Who knows? But no, seriously, Def Noodles, go fuck yourself with this. I mean, seriously, dude. Seriously, you think that you could just randomly call Rich Lux, who, let's be honest, doesn't exactly ooze based and red pill? You know, I think Rich might lean more towards the left-leaning side of the political aisle. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but to call him alt-right purely on the basis that he disagreed with Ethan is just... It's fucking moronic, and the whole thing well, Ethan's an ally, it's fucking stupid. You know if this wasn't Ethan, Def Noodles would full on try to call this dude a Nazi, right? If it wasn't Ethan and there was some other creator doing this, they would be called a Nazi. They would be called every bad thing that you could call someone in the book, right? But because, you know, it's Ethan, he's got to play ball. He's got to defend him on this. Because Def Noodles can't have an opinion of his own. It's whatever H3H3 thinks. Because think about it. When Trisha was doing the podcast with Ethan, Def Noodles did his best to defend her whenever some controversy was coming up or like some part of her past was brought up. And then as soon as she left the podcasting team, he railed on her again. It shows you this man does not have a single thought of his own. And the fact that he has such a large following baffles my mind. You know, at least with like figures like Jake Paul or Logan Paul, they're entertaining to some degree with their outlandish behavior. But this man is just a puppet for Ethan. He might as well rebrand his channel to H3H3 Underling, for Christ's sake. But with that being said, that's all I have to say on this issue, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button. And if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring that bell for all notifications. We're almost at the year-end goal of 1K subs. And honestly, I would love to hit that pretty soon. This is Nerdy John, signing out.